Hey everyone! So welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to continue in the book of John. We're going to be in John chapter 4, or for Hebrew, Yochanan chapter 4. Okay. Let me just open. I have been switching some cameras around because I ran out of storage on my cell phone and trying this webcam and seeing what happens. And so hopefully I get all squared away and figured out. So when the Adon, that would be Lord, knew that the Pharisees had heard that Yeshua made and immersed more disciples than Yochanan, although Yeshua himself did not immerse, but his disciples, he left Judah and went away again to Galilee, and he had to pass through Samaria. The Hebrew word for Samaria is Shamaron. So he came to a city of Shamaron called Shechem, near the piece of land Jacob gave his son Joseph. And Jacob's fountain was there. So Yeshua, being wearied from the journey, was sitting there at the fountain. It was about the 6th hour. A woman of Samaria came to draw water. Yeshua said to her, "Give me to drink." For his disciples has gone off into the city to buy food. The woman of Samaria therefore said to him, "How is it that you, being a Jew, ask a drink from me, a woman of Samaria? For Jews do not associate with Samaritans." Yeshua answered and said to her, "If you knew the gift of Elohim and who it is who says to you, 'Give me a drink,' you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water." The woman said to him, "Adonai, you have no vessel, and the well is deep. From where then do you have living water? Are you greater than our father Jacob, who gave us the well and drank from it himself and his sons and his stock?" Yeshua answered and said to her, "Everyone drinking of this water shall thirst again. But whoever drinks of the water I give him shall certainly never thirst, and the water that I give him shall become in him a fountain of water springing up into everlasting life." The woman said to him, "Adonai, give me this water so that I do not thirst nor come here to draw water anymore." Yeshua said to her, "Go, call your husband and come here." The woman answered and said, "I have no husband." Yeshua said, "You have well said, 'I have no husband,' for you have had 5 husbands, and the one whom you now have is not even your husband. What you have said is true." The woman said to him, "Adonai, I see that you're a prophet. Our fathers worshipped on this mountain, but you say that Jerusalem is the place where one needs to worship." Yeshua said to her, "Woman, believe me, the hour is coming when you shall neither worship on this mountain nor in Jerusalem. You worship what you do not know. We worship what we know, because the deliverance is of the Jews. But the hour is coming, and now is when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father also seeks such to worship him. Elohim is Ruach, and those who worship him need to worship in spirit and truth. The woman said to him, "I know that Messiah is coming, the one who is called Anointed. When that one comes, he shall announce to us all." Yeshua said to her, "I who am speaking to you am he." And upon this his disciples came, and they were marveling that he was speaking with a woman. However, no one said, "What do you seek?" or "Why do you speak with her?" The woman then left her water jug and went away to the city and said to the men, Come see a man who told me all that I have done. Is that not the Messiah, HaMashiach?" They went out of the city and were coming to him, but in the meantime his disciples were asking him, saying, Rabbi, eat. And he said to them, I have food to eat of which you do not know. Then the disciples said to each other, did anyone bring him to eat? Like, how's he got food? Then the disciples said to each other, I'm in verse 34. Yeshua said to them, my food is to the desire of him who sent me and to accomplish his work. Do you not say there are still 4 months and the harvest comes? See, I say to you, lift up your eyes and see the fields, for they are white for harvest already. He who is reaping receives a reward and gathers fruit for everlasting life, so that both he who is sowing and he who is reaping rejoice together. For in this the word is true, one sows and another reaps. I sent you to reap that for which you have not labored. Others have labored, and you have entered into their labors. And many of the Samaritans of the city believed in him because of the word of the woman who witnessed, he told me all that I have done. I personally have gone through that. Therefore, when the Samaritans came to him, they were asking him to stay with them, and he stayed there for 2 days. And many more believed because of his word. And they said to the woman, we no longer believe because of what you said, for we ourselves have heard, and we know that this is truly HaMashiach, the Savior of the world. And after the 2 days he left there and went to Galilee. For Yeshua himself witnessed that a prophet is without appreciation in his own country. Therefore, when he came to Galilee, the Galileans received him, having seen all that he had done in Jerusalem at the festival, for they also went to the festival. Then Yeshua came again to Cana of Galilee, where he had made the water wine, and there was a certain nobleman whose son was sick at Capernaum. When he heard that Yeshua had come to Judah and to Galilee, he went to him and was asking him to come down and heal his son, for he was about to die. Yeshua said to him, if you do not see signs and wonders, you do not believe at all. But the nobleman said to him, Adonai, come down before my child dies. Yeshua said, go, your son lives. And the man believed the word that Yeshua spoke to him, and he went. And while he was going down, his servants met him and reported, saying, your son lives. He then asked from them the hour in which he became better. And they said to him, yesterday at the 7th hour, the inflammation left him. Then the father knew that it was at the same hour in which Yeshua said to him, your son lives. And he himself believed, and all of his household. Again, this was the second sign that Yeshua did when he had come from Judah into Galilee. That completes chapter 4. Wow. That's a great one. Because, first off, I think The Chosen, I think it's season 1, episode 8. I think that's it. Or maybe season 2, episode 8. I think it's season 1. But episode 8, where I think it's titled I Am He. And it is this chapter about them at the well. And oh my, it touched me very emotionally. It was very great. It gives me, it makes me picture this part wherever he says, I'm he. When she is saying, like, I know Messiah's coming and he will let us all know. And would you imagine being her and being like, he's coming, I know him, I believe in him. And then him looking right at you and saying, I'm him, here I am. Like, oh my. That's amazing. So I really like this chapter. I like that part. She just leaves her water jug. She's like, I have to go tell everybody. Nothing else is important. This situation, because I've encountered the living God, is so important. I'm going to go tell everybody. I have felt like that. So I really like this story because I too, after October 22nd, 2018, I encountered him, and it was like this situation. I encountered him. He explained how he died and was living, because I was struggling believing that somebody could who died could live. But I encountered him, and I believed in that day, that night, I was saved. And I went and called the people I was hanging around right away. And I'm like, the Lord is real. He's alive. Jesus is real. Yeshua is alive. I used the word Jesus at the time. But Yeshua is his real name, or Yeshua. And I got called crazy. I did. I got called crazy because they were like, okay, like, all right. She had her Jesus moment, or just brushed it off. But it was such a turning point in my life. I felt like this Samaritan woman, the woman at the well, who encountered the living Yah and went and told everybody she knew. The only difference is they actually went to him and believed too. So hopefully some people I have told and shared with have also come to him because of that. So put down in the comments, your favorite parts of this chapter, what you might have highlighted in this chapter. Some other things I have highlighted here are in verse 35, about the harvest, and basically disciples waiting for the harvest, or people waiting on the harvest, when Yeshua is saying the harvest is already ready. It is. Truly it is. And we need more workers for the kingdom to share Yah's word. And I just pray that others, their hearts would be turned to Yah, and that Yah puts disciples and people that love him and are working for him into people's lives that need him, so that they can make that choice. There are some people out there who are who like I was in my teens, like I knew about him, but I didn't have a relationship with him. So I just pray that reading this chapter just reminded me of that. In verse 35, how the harvest is already ready. I just pray that the Lord put workers into the field, and that there are those certain flowers that need, or those certain fruits and vegetables that need harvested, right? Those certain people that that need him, that they have somebody in their life that Yah will send, so that they can hear the word and come to a relationship and have an encounter like I did, so that they can have their own, Jesus moment, born again, saved moment. So I just pray that right now in the name of Yeshua, that disciples would be sent by Yah into those people's lives that don't fully know him or have encountered him. And I just pray this in the name of Yeshua. Amen. Alright guys, like and subscribe for more. John chapter 5 will be tomorrow. I was a day late because I had to figure out my storage stuff. So really I was going to do John 5 today, but we're going to do that tomorrow. And let me know your favorite parts about this chapter, and stay tuned for the rest of John coming soon. Love you all. Yah bless you and keep you, and his face shine upon you.